And while businesses are certainly feeling the impact of these restrictions for a second time, doctors and nurses who've been working tirelessly throughout the pandemic say we all need to take these new restrictions and precautions seriously.
Fox 12's Audrey WEIL is live with the toll this is taking on healthcare workers in both Oregon and Washington and has their message to all of us tonight. Audrey?
Well, what we've heard from them the past few days basically boils down to this. They cannot do it alone. These doctors and nurses are already physically and emotionally exhausted from 8 months of this pandemic. They're making their own sacrifices. They have their own families, and they need the rest of us to do our part.
It's not a matter of, getting sick, go see the doctor, get in the hospital, get treated, and go home. This time, is bigger than that.
Dr. Wally is the medical director for inpatient medicine service at Legacy Salmon Creek, speaking candidly during a Clark County press conference.
It's hard to maintain, the morale of the staff and, to stay positive and strong. We all try, and I know every one of us do. But that's the feeling. In the hospital, not just looking at the patient, but talking and looking at the staff themselves. I think it's a significant emotional toll.
He describes the difficulty of seeing COVID-19 patients get so sick so quickly, the anxiety and fear healthcare workers have of bringing that same illness home to their own families.
I personally have an isolation room set up at home. In case I come home and can't, get in the house, I will enter that isolation room to protect my family.
That's why doctors and nurses say they need everyone to follow the new restrictions in Oregon and Washington.
We have used our emotions, our physical abilities, our vacation time for the last 8 months. We're needing everyone to put aside their political and financial motives and follow the directions of our health experts.
Right now feels really difficult, but if we can all find it within ourselves to do these safety precautions, we can get through this.
Jessica Flynn is an ICU nurse at Legacy Good Samaritan in Portland. She says even in this tough year and working through it all, she's making sacrifices too.
Well, my husband has a large family, so typically we travel and visit them all and have a large Thanksgiving. But this year we'll be staying home, just the three of us, doing our own dinner.
Dr. Lee reminding everyone the virus can only spread if we allow it to. That the best way to protect ourselves, each other, and those on the front lines is to do whatever we can to avoid getting sick in the first place. Dr. Lee also shared some advice for parents today heading into the holiday season. He said even though kids might not be able to see their grandparents or participate in some of the usual holiday traditions, this will likely be the most memorable and meaningful holiday season of their lives that they'll probably share with their kids and grandkids for generations to come. And he said make sure that kids know that their actions and sacrifices are heroic too. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Audrey WEIL, Fox 12 Oregon.